Yo, what is up guys? It is your boy Pharaoh and we are here today to talk about Shanks and Mihawks past. Now these two individuals are both loved by the One Piece community. If you're a Shanks fanboy, there's a good chance you're gonna like Mihawk as well. Now these guys are both swordsmen and I personally have them as one of the strongest characters in One Piece. They're both in my top 10. There's seriously not a lot of people in the One Piece verse that can match these individuals except the Yonkos and the Admirals. Anything lower has no chance, even the commanders of a Yonko's crew with the exception of the first mate. Now what exactly happened in the past between Shanks and Mihawk? Now the first time we saw them was during Roger's execution in Logtown alongside Crocodile, Moria, Doflamingo, and Dragon, and at that point in time we can most likely say that they were rookies in the pirate world, up and coming just like how Luffy is right now. And when it came down to Shanks, I feel like he had the mindset to start his own pirate crew after the execution of his captain. If anything, this was happening with a lot of people that witnessed Roger speaking about the One Piece. And on the other side, Mihawk started his journey to become the world's greatest swordsman. We also know at some point in their respective journeys they met, they considered themselves as rivals, so they eventually met up and fought to a stalemate. And this is where we learned about the legendary duels they had from Whitebeard himself. And for Whitebeard to hype those duels like he did definitely meant that these guys were top tier, or at least get into that level. It sounds like something that was akin to Aokiji versus Akainu. So it really makes me believe that Shanks was already a Yonko at that point in time, or really close to that level, while Mihawk on the other hand had earned his title as the world's greatest swordsman. And when it came down to Mihawk, his journey was probably a lot different than Shanks. In Shanks' case, he probably had to fight for territories against the other Yonkos. He was gathering members to make his crew stronger, watching the balance of powers, things like that. And with Mihawk, from what we know anyways, is that he didn't have a crew. He was just kind of this lone wolf that was really talented with his sword and eventually rose to the level of the world's greatest swordsman. We can most likely assume Wano had a big role in his training, just like it will have a big role in Zoro's training. And just like how Zoro wants to defeat Mihawk to become the world's greatest, Mihawk most likely had someone he had to defeat to become the world's strongest swordsman. And maybe this individual was from Wano, perhaps the Shogun at that point in time. And when you look at the Yoru, which is a high grade sword, there's only 10 of them in the world. Is there a possibility that Mihawk earned that sword after defeating said individual, just like how Zoro got Shisui and Triller Bark? And the reason I brought up Wano is because we're going to see Wano this year, and apart from the stuff we're going to get with Kaido and Luffy and the Supernovas, Zoro and the Samurais would also be a big plot point as well. And what other way would be a better way than to hype up the strongest swordsman in this arc? It's almost guaranteed that Mihawk's name will be mentioned in this arc, and I think we're going to see Mihawk in a new light after Wano Kingdom. There's definitely more to his character that we're led to believe. And going to Shanks and Mihawk, they currently have a friendly relationship even though they're still rivals. And we also know Mihawk refuses to fight Shanks ever since he lost his arm because he felt that was essential in their battle. And some individuals in the community think that Mihawk could be a secret member of Shanks' crew, which may be possible, but I highly doubt it. But I do think these two might meet up again very soon, especially given the fact that the Shichibukai system may fall apart after the Reverie. And once that happens, Mihawk is going to become a rogue pirate once again. And if there's anyone Mihawk is going to ally with, it's definitely Shanks 100%. But as far as Mihawk and Shanks goes, who do I think is stronger? Now personally, I have Shanks over Mihawk. However, I do think it's going to be an extreme difficult fight. It's going to be one of those fights that even if Shanks wins, Mihawk more than likely takes Shanks's eye or takes his other arm. Again, something that is akin to the fight between Akainu and Aokiji, where both parties sustain lethal injuries. And the reason I give the edge to Shanks is mainly because apart from the fact that he's a swordsman, more than likely he has other ways of fighting as well. I usually think of Mugen from Samurai Champloo and how he has this unpredictable way of attacking. And the other factor would be again King's Haki. Again, I think this form of Haki in its advanced levels should be really overpowered. Now there's a good chance that Mihawk could also have King's Haki, but we're not entirely sure. That hasn't been confirmed yet. But to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me. But when it comes down to Shanks and Mihawk, I think we're going to get a lot of information about these guys moving forward as One Piece is getting to that point. But comment down below what you guys think. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe for more content on this channel. It is Pharaoh, guys, and I will see you folks later. Peace.